Hi, we are Rui Lobo, Mauro Couceiro, António Monteiro, and Miguel Alberto. We are architects and researchers at the Center for Social Studies and at the Department of Architecture of the University of Coimbra. We are developing a research project entitled 3D Reconstruction of the Monastery of Santa Cruz of Coimbra in 1834, financed by Fundação para a Ciência e a Tecnologia and by Compet 2020, Portugal 2020 and the European Union. The Santa Cruz Monastery in Coimbra, founded in 1131, was one of Portugal's main religious houses. It underwent important late Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque reforms, before the religious orders were suppressed in 1834. Today, the former scale and richness of the monastic complex is difficult to grasp, as important architectonic and structures have been destroyed during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This was the main reason why we decided to establish a research project combining architecture and history of art, with new technologies related to virtual and augmented reality, and also mixed reality.
One of the project's main tasks is the creation of a 3D model of the monastery in the year of 1834, which will serve as reference to all other activities.
At the same time, 3D digital recreations of architectural and sculptural components are being produced to enhance the experience of visitors to the remaining monastic structures, with photorealistic elements and other data, providing visual, acoustic, and even tactile immersion into the past reality.
One example of this is the insertion of the sculptural terracotta ensemble of the Last Supper by the French artist Odart, today in the Machado de Castro National Museum in its original setting, at the eastern end of the still remaining monastic refectory.
We have essayed a Turing test for virtual reality, in which participants of various interactive workshops, using 3D Oculus Go or current smartphones, were able to react to 3D digital versions of the human-scale sculptures of the Last Supper, which were abruptly inserted into architectural spaces unrelated either to the museum or the Santa Cruz Monastery.
These creative technologies provide an interactive experience in contexts where the elements of reality are nurtured with digital information in order to emphasize certain aspects of past realities. The photographic captures of environments and models based on laser scans are creatively fused to produce high-fidelity sensory immersions. This connection between intrinsic and extrinsic elements of the virtual and real worlds enables computer systems to help us observe and communicate in diverse contexts. This was the case of the workshop held at the Department of Informatics Engineering in Coimbra, or of another workshop developed at the Hall of the Faculty of Architecture in Aalborg in Denmark.
As mentioned, in several studies done so far, the intention was to create distinct contexts into a mixed reality environment where the fusion of digital and analog elements can be sustained through visual, auditory, and sensory outcomes. Versions of these architectural elements, some that still exist, others that have disappeared, were recently tested in other workshops, where they were inserted in the most diverse contexts, such as overseas Faculty of Architecture building at Oporto. The virtual reconstructions of the lost architectural heritage we are producing can be perceived through virtual and augmented reality platforms and devices. These contents will be available in a prototype state for visitors of the studied sites. However, given the technological state-of-the-art of the dissemination platforms and devices, our prospect is a more immediate diffusion of the produced contents using smartphones and VR headsets adapters.
This almost universally adapted technology will allow visitors to download and view on the site virtual contents related to the missing heritage combined with the subsisting architectural and sculptural elements.